Okay, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to start a new file using Adobe Photoshop. So down in your bottom of your dock, you should have a Photoshop icon. It's that blue PS box. You could also find this if you go to Macintosh hard drive and go to Applications, or you could search it in your Spotlight. Just type in Photoshop, and that'll come up. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. Shouldn't take too long. Now, depending on what you've been working on, or if you've already opened up the program, or you've had a file open, you might have a different look. So I'm going to get to where I think most people would be. If you're not at this spot, maybe you're a little bit further, you might just have to hit, register later or something, but I'm going to go up to File, New. And the command key for that is Command N. So, going to Command N, File, New, and we're going to set up our new document. So, the preset we just want custom because we're going to totally make this up ourselves how we want it to be. Down below, you'll see you have your measurements. Yours may be defaulted to pixels. What pixels are those little square boxes that are actually making up an image, a photograph. You might hear people talk about megapixels for cameras, but it's basically the clarity of an image. So the more pixels there are, the better an image would look if it were blown up larger. So you could go up to 40,000 pixels if you really needed to. That would then make a file really large. Pixels are really good if you're going for a very custom size for like a website, maybe an image or something for a web page that you're doing. But we are going to work today in inches. So we're going to go to inches, and we're going to set this to 8.5 by 11. So you can just go ahead, and this is easy to change. So you can change it to whatever you need to. We're going to go, like I said, 8.5 by 11. So 8.5, tab down, 11. And then our resolution, you could actually use a number like 72. That means that there's actually less boxes or less pixels per square inch. So you can see right here it says pixels per inch. You can go pixels per centimeter. So 72 is a decent number, especially for web. If it's something you're going to print, you're going to want that to be a little bit larger. Or if you just want it to be a really good quality image, you want to go larger. So 150 would be good. We're going to work 300 today. Also, we have a couple of different color modes. We have bitmap, which we're not really going to talk about, which is kind of the most basic color mode you can use. We have our grayscale, which is going to be black and white. RGB, which is red, green, blue. That's important because that's actually what your computer's websites are going to run off of. And then we have our CMYK, which stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and K is black. And this is actually the toner colors in a printer. So generally, designers would use something, a CMYK color scheme if they're doing design work. So you could try that, but for the most part, I work in RGB. We also have our background contents. So you have a couple different options here. You can actually set a custom background color, so you can do like red if you wanted to. You could go with a standard white, which just looks like a piece of paper. Or what we're going to work with today, just for layer purposes, and so you kind of understand what this layer transparency is all about. We're going to go transparent. Okay, once you're ready, just hit OK. And here we are. Here's our document. So if this document were to have a white background, it would just be stark white. But instead, because we want the transparent, we have this checkerboard pattern in the background, and that's how you know that your background is transparent.